Hello, everyone. A quick video about 8 minutes long, just because I'm trying to create more subscribers because after a certain amount of subscribers and hours on YouTube, I can do other things. Um, so I uploaded a video this morning. So this is the continuation of that book that I was telling you about. Um, So let me see, what's the name of the book? Who really has the national debt? I don't remember what the name was, but you know, it's out there on Amazon. Check out the other video that I uploaded. So this is the endorsement. I've been receiving a lot of emails with the endorsement, asking for the endorsement. How do I discharge? How do I discharge? Okay. Um, you have to understand that anything you do in commerce is going to the Treasury, to the IRS. They're the bookkeepers of America. The United States is in bankruptcy, so everything is debt. You don't have, they took the ability for us to purchase anything. We just, buying debt with debt. When you buy something, you're given a debt instrument to get, some goods. Yeah. So by you actually not not buying it, it's kind of put off to a later date. Think about it. So every transaction that you do on commerce, you should have a spreadsheet in Excel or something like that that you can just write on it, what kind of transaction it was. It was a debit card from your bank, or is it a cash um, purchase, or anything that you do in commerce, any transaction, you should put it in like Excel spreadsheet, because then you can understand you need to balance the ledger, right? So because we are the only ones that have credit. So this process of what this book talks about, it does work. But I have to tell you, if you're in a hurry to discharge things and you worry, and your debt is, it's not going to work for you, because to the IRS, it takes 7 months sometimes to discharge something, or to send you see any signs of, what you said. So after 7, 8 months, even a year of not noticing anything, or even in the bank account, I mean, in the credit cards or anything, you get discouraged. But just you want to do it in your head, you want to do it. So this is the way you can send your bills to the IRS, endorsed, properly endorsed. And so I'm just going to share it with you. And I'm going to put it maybe in my playlist of endorsements, I think, so you can see it. But this is the same book that I just uploaded this morning. I was just reading it, but my head is just like all over the place. Okay, so let's read about it a little bit, because I made another video on this one, but the audio quality was not very good. So I'm just explaining it to you. And I was talking about other things, but this, I'm just going to talk about this. Okay, so here it says you can do a 1099 OID. It is up to you. Why is it up to you? Because you need to understand that doing the 1099, especially the OID, you do want to have some papers in place at the Treasury, okay? And because just to safeguard, okay, safeguard for all these transactions, okay? Safeguard. Um, so you will want, if you want to, in this book also, if you purchase this book later, they're going to tell you, you want to have to do the OEID, it's good to have some papers in place at the Treasury, or some status correction, I think it says in this book. Okay, so because the OID is the one that is going to recoup your money, but this is just sending it to the IRS. If you're not in the court case, send original documents to the IRS and send a copy of the person who sent you the bill. The credit cards, the whatever, I send, the medical bills, because it is the coupon on the bottom, it is a check. So I treat it as a check. I receive my mail. back in the day, you're like, oh, another bill. But now it's normal to me. Not that I want to receive them. I wish I'd never received them, but I know it's a check. So I send it to the company. And then I'm going to tell you if you send it to the company in a minute. So let's continue. A copy of the person that sends you to send you the bill. The Treasury will pull your credits from whoever made the original offer. Okay, everything is an offer out there. Don't worry about your copy. Okay, when you are in court. Okay, you don't have to worry about the copy when you're in court. It is your account, so you can handle your private matters how you want to. This is your private capacity, so you can handle it however you want. The companies have nothing to do with this. It's in your private capacity, okay? It might seem like, they're sending you a bill. It's in your private capacity, okay? So I would suggest, okay, it keeps reading. I would suggest that you take care of your federal and state tax bills by doing a yearly 1040 loan form. Um, Filing first to clean up your account, but these are private decisions that you must make yourself. So let's say an example. Let's say that you do not you didn't do your taxes this year, and you worry about, April 15 and all that. I mean, this is what happens. They're going to, at the IRS, because they're the accountants of the Treasury, they're going to adjust everything. They're going to adjust everything, um, because taxes are voluntary. You put it, you send them in a notice. You're putting, if you every time you send taxes every year, I'm not saying you don't have to do it. I'm not going to say anything like that, but it's up to you. Like this says, it's up to you. So let's say that you do not pay the taxes as you were supposed to pay and whatever, or send the taxes, whatever. The IRS is going to, they have thousands of workers over there at the IRS to keep the ledgers balanced, right? So they're going to balance it for you. And it depends of, what you so-called income was and all this stuff. Then they're going to send you a letter. You didn't pay, they're going to send you you didn't pay taxes, you owe us taxes, levy your property, whatever. But if you were getting supposedly a refund, everything's fine because they're going to balance it anyway. So you need to learn all these things. I'm not saying to do your taxes. I'm just saying learn all these things and then you can do your taxes the way in the private, the way to your advantage, right? I'm not saying anything else because I don't want to get people saying I'm not saying to file taxes. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of processes involved, so I'm not going to say that. So, okay, so say I will suggest, let's continue. Number two, I will suggest that you take care of, oh, okay, I already did that. So you take care of a 10, I'm sorry, the 1040 loan form because you want them to adjust the taxes from previous years, right? So as you go along, you understand these things, okay? And if you get this book, reading all of it, and then start working on your things. And if you decide to do it. Okay, so the simple version, they're saying, okay, the 1040 long form is the 1040 that you do every year. But then the voucher, the 1040 voucher is the short form. Okay, so this is the simple version right here. So let's say that you have a bill that has the coupon, do not cut it, send the whole thing, and you're going to do this, the simple version. Just later here on this page I will do the video where we'll continue to this side. Okay, so pay to money order on the top, the date, put everything outside. If the bill says the date in a box, take it out of the box. Okay, pay, print out the dollar amount. Okay, so you put the amount here, the date, the amount, You can even use their box, but I don't. I take it, I put it outside, and then you're gonna write it down. Pay $150. Let's say the bill is $150, and then you're gonna pay to the United States Treasury because you send it to the Treasury to be discharged. For them to balance the books that you did. Okay, when you got a credit card for, let's say, let's make it simple, $1,000 credit limit. Those $1,000 you already paid. They already taken. They're yours. But then the companies, make thousands, millions of dollars behind that signature that and the Social Security. They're gonna make millions in this transaction. But you already have $1,000 from your trust, Social Security trust. You already have, if you have a $5,000 credit card limit, that's 5,000 are yours. So you're going to put in an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, let's say an example. I go and apply for a credit card. They gave me $1,000. Immediately, yeah, I'm gonna put, you want the EIN of the company, whichever it was, Capital One, whatever. And you want their EIN. And that's why you should send them ahead of time a W-9. Like I said in the video, you're gonna open a checking account, ask him for the W-9. I mean, give them the W-9 empty, blank, so they can fill it out. They're obligated to send, to give you that information. You want to have their EIN for all the transactions later on. So for the spreadsheet that I do, I just put, let's say that I don't have a bank account right now. But if I do have some other transactions that I do, so I will put their EIN, what corporation it is and all that. And then if let's say that I got a credit, I'm sorry, you got a credit card. I'm sorry, let's continue on the credit card. So you got $1,000 from Capital One. Well, Capital One is the worst because they close your account. So let's just let's do Bank of America. So Bank of America, you got $1,000 credit card, and you are going to put, in the Excel sheet, you're gonna put $1,000. Now you need to offset those $1,000 through the IRS, right? This is how you do it. When you get the bill, you send it to the IRS. Okay, they take a long time. Like I said, it took mine 7 months. So it's like, who has time to wait to be discharged 7 months? But hey, it's in the mindset. These people are in fraud, and you can always fix your credit score because the credit score was established for fear mongering, because everybody's like, oh, I can't have to pay my bills, my credit cards, because they're going to ruin my credit score. You can fix it. Okay, you can fix it. Don't worry so much about it. I know we all should worry about, having everything in place, everything, I'm not saying not to worry about your credit score, but there's ways to fix it. Okay, so let's continue. So let's say there's 150 paid to the order in the United States Treasury. You are going to offset this bill, okay? And then the memo account, you're going to put your Social Security with the dashes, and then you're going to put authorized representative by, and then your name with the last name, like in the private. And then you're going to add the 1040V. I don't need to show you how to fill out a 1040V because it's just name, address, and the amount. Someone in the comments told me in another video that I should do a negative. No. This is for offsetting the account. That's not recouping. When you recoup later, then you're going to do a negative value. But for this one, just put the 1040V, the amount with no negative value, okay? So you send this to the IRS, and it just, see what happens. And you're gonna see what happens. It's gonna take 1,000 years, but okay, important thing. If you send it to the company and it's not validated, they still run it through. Okay. So if you send it to the company to be run through and you send another check or how usually we pay the bills, do not send it to the IRS because it's going to offset the ledger. You either send it to the IRS and just see what, and just, do something about what the company is going to do if you don't want to pay your bills. I'm at that point in my life, that I send letters to fix my credit and that's it. So either send it, very important, either do not send it in two places. If you send it to the company to be, run through, if they don't validate it, it's their problem. I mean, that's what they're in fraud. Some places validate it and some places don't. It depends. Like Capital One will close your account, but it's okay. And then you send it if bank, credit Capital One said, close the account, send the whole thing to the IRS, endorse like this. Okay. Now, I am going to continue with this, but like I told you, the OID is a 1099. Okay. You should have in place some documents and secure party creditor, most likely. Okay. And which is a form of, status correction. And so if you want to do the OID, a lot of people are doing the OID without putting those papers in place. Uh, you're a bank already, you can do it. But I stay away from it because those are bank the 1099s are like bank state bank. What did I send the other video? Blanca and bankers notes. So uh so you have to be careful. You have to be careful, but you can send them. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Just learn a little bit more, okay? Okay, so so if you want to do the OID, this is how you do it. Write the money order on their bill or envelope. Okay, when it says envelope right here, I love this because the envelope, okay, I'm gonna make another video. I think I did make a video. Yes, I did. About, the $300 in private that they sent from the IRS, most likely letters to you, and it says $300, that they need to pay to reach you in the private. So that's what it says envelope. So you can endorse those envelopes too. Okay, do a 1040V for the amount of the bill or the envelope, or in the envelope, if you want to send both. Do a 1099 OID for the amount of the bill envelope, okay? Do a 1096 for the amount of the bill or envelope. Okay, so the 1096 is a cover sheet, okay? And this you need to have it from the IRS. You cannot download it or anything. You need to order those from the IRS. Okay, whomever made the offer gets back their original bill. Okay, 7 months later, 1,000 years later, original 10V, original 1040V, and a copy of the 1099 OID. Because the OID, they file it on your behalf. I don't know if you know that. They file it on your behalf. So you file it yourself. Okay, so that's how you do it. Here's the example. It says sends to IRS Kansas City, but this is if you live in Michigan. So you will find okay, in the OID you send it just the red copy. The red 1099 OID, the red 1096, the 1040V, and their offer. Okay. So and always keep and make copies for yourself. Okay. So this is how you do it. It's up to you if you want to do like it says right here in the top. It's up to you. It's up to you. The book tells you later on, if you get this book, that you have to have a status correction for the OID. I would. I did, like I said, I have done the OID before. And and I'm telling you, it's something that you have to know about it, and because it's original issue discount. Okay, every transaction. I'm just gonna tell you something. Every transaction that you do in commerce, it is an OID. It's an um original issue discount transaction. But takes time to learn all these things, and I'm still learning about it. And though I pretty much understand it. But all the process that you can do. But most likely, you can do that. You can do well. There's another process called accepted for value. That's another process. Um, but that's a little more. I don't use it anymore. But accepted for value, also you can put accepted for value on the bills, but that's another thing for another time. So I hope it helps. The IRS is your bookkeeper. You know, they are the bookkeepers of the corporation, of the United States corporation, but they're also your bookkeepers. So have that in mind. Let me see. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna leave this video up. So you guys, a lot of people are sending me, how do I discharge this? It is a discharge, but it's also just balancing the books. And then you can do, in the meantime, you can do several things.